Burnout with Gabbie Hanna.
I feel like I didn't even eat the pizza because we were like talking. You didn't
I
either.
know.
You had like a piece.
No, usually when I'm like talking to people, because it's like I usually like shove my face full of food. So when I'm like, and I eat really fast. So if I'm talking, I like take my time.
I like ate before you got here, and then the pizza came, and then I just didn't want to eat anymore.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I was the same way. I had pizza today, and I was like, but I have like an
Dude,
all
I
pizza.
saw that, and I was fucking so bummed.
I love it,
because I
though.
checked your TikTok today to be like, okay, like. I knew you were gonna get glam. I want to know what your glam looks like. And then you got pizza, Domino's.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, but I could eat Domino's all day for real. Like this is a snack to me. To me, it's like not dinner. Like we'll probably have dinner after this. Like it's a snack.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Over here?
Oh.
This thing, is that okay?
Yeah, why not? Totally. Hey guys, are we rolling?
This one's rolling.
I like that you leave that part in too.
It's all gonna be here. Hey guys, welcome back to Burnout. This is the crossover nobody expected.
I did not expect it. When you texted me Sunday, I was like, I was in the car with my mom, my sister, Moses, and I was just like, look who fucking texted me. Because like I feel like I've only been so negative to you online. So I was like, wow, she's just like either doesn't care or just like once, I don't know what it is, but I was like, oh, okay, I'm down. Like I admired it. I was like, you like, wow, that was crazy.
Well, I've wanted to talk to you, I feel like for forever, just because I mean, even before like all the drama and stuff, like I would talk to you, like I'd reach out to you all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
We would have some like cute heart to hearts or whatever.
Yeah.
So like I always liked you as a person because I saw a lot in you that like I feel like the world wasn't ready to see yet, because every time you were having like a kitchen floor breakdown or like whatever it is, I understood what you were saying. And I don't know, I did want to be a friend to you. I wanted to let you know that like I get you, and like I get the negativity, and it's actually really bold to be so emotional online, because my career, I spent a lot of time hiding who I was, and it was exhausting, and then it drove me fucking crazy. And looking back at videos even from literally the summer or like a year ago, I'm like, who the fuck is that? Because I had so many fucking walls up and guards up, and I was so fucking anxious.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to be somebody I wasn't. So.
What era is this? Last year or like how many years ago? Or beginning of your career?
Time's a fucking warp.
Oh, okay.
When I
Or just all
just
together?
like look back at like the like character that I created when I was 22 online.
Oh, okay, right.
You know what I mean? Like it just wasn't me. So
yeah, you have definitely changed so much. I think you've changed the most. I'm just like I said, I keep up with you. I'm like, whoa.
I only changed online. Like this is who I've always been in person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I watch your vlogs. You're like, this is who I always was. No one saw it. I'm playing character. I'm like, is this a character? Are you trolling because like people don't like you? So now you're like, just kidding, guys. That's not me. Because I feel like I've done that. I feel like I've been like, just kidding. That was like my other personality. You know. So I thought maybe that's what you were doing. I don't know. I mean,
no, it's not that. It's just more of like when I was creating YouTube content, I was doing it as the Gabbie show first.
Right.
So it was like, hey, welcome back. Here's a story. And it was just like, I thought that was the energy I needed to keep up with.
Yeah.
And it was hard to like break away from that. And I needed to be shaken free of that.
Yeah, I love it. Oh my God, it's so funny in person to be here. Like even listening to you like scream, I'm like, I started picking that mannerism up because I've been like obsessed with your podcast, and I'm just like, literally I was in a vlog, I'm sure you haven't seen it, but I was like, it was kind of shady, but I left it in anyways, and I was like screaming, and I was like, oh my God, why do I sound like Gabbie Hanna? Because I was like, babe, do you not see what's happening? I'm like, why am I Gabbie? Like, it's so weird to be here in person. Sorry, that like tripped me out. I was like, oh my God, okay.
It's fun though to talk in person. I feel like this should have happened a lot sooner.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, okay, so we did talk before this, and so I don't know if that's like a good or bad thing, because it like made me like feel more for you as like a human being, and I'm like, I don't know if that's like a good thing, because I came in here and I was like, you know, I gotta be like truthful. I don't want to be like ass kissy or whatever. But then you were really nice, and I figured you were, like when I was talking about like my pregame vlog, I was like, obviously she's gonna be nice. No one's gonna be an asshole in person that I know of. So,
Well,
but then
some people.
do you think? I've never met anyone that was like an asshole in person.
When I met a lot of people, I met them when I didn't really like have followers yet, or like when I was first coming up on Vine. So not a ton of people knew who I was.
Like influencers were assholes to you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I've never had a bad like experience, which is weird.
You've been around for like longer than I have been online, so people didn't know who I was. So people were assholes to me before they knew, and then they were nice to me, and now they're assholes to me again.
Do you think now influencers are? You think? I don't know. I feel like you still like have a lot of people on your side.
I don't look online, so I don't know that way, but I've seen just like some stuff hurts where I'll see like somebody who I watch a lot, and they've either unfollowed me or they like do like a throwaway joke in a vlog about like, oh, I'm watching Gabbie Hanna, like just as a joke.
Just me.
Yeah. So, no, I have to be 100% honest. I don't watch your content anymore, which actually hurts me because I love you. I was your biggest fucking fan. I used to watch all the time, but obviously I had to stop watching because it just was, upsetting.
We switched as soon as I started like getting on the I Hate Gabbie train. I became like obsessed. I never watched any of your vlogs, and then I was like,
why did you start?
Because I was like, because like people would send me clips, right? Like from I think the first one was like your breakdown one, like where you had like the green hair, like let's just say it, Trisha Paytas, and I was like, oh fuck, and then I get like really wild up. So then I just started watching like everything to like see if you would talk about me. It was like this weird, I don't know. I guess people call it narcissist. I hate when people fucking throw those terms around, but I guess just more narcissism to see if you're gonna talk about me. And then I actually just started watching everything. I think it was like a hate watch thing. That's why I get when people hate watch me, because I hate watch people. It's not that I hate you. It was just more like this girl's like,
it's entertainment.
Yeah, you just were so different and just so like. I don't know, just so different. I was like, this girl's like weird.
Do you ever wonder what you look like to somebody who's not you?
Like physically or just like character?
No, just like what is it like to watch a Trisha Paytas video as not Trisha Paytas? I think about that a lot. Maybe that's narcissism.
About like what people think of you that don't know you?
Well, just like what do they see kind of thing. I
never thought about it, I guess. I don't know. Because I don't know. I think of me as something totally different than how people. I don't even know how people see me now. It changes day to day, so I don't know. But that's interesting. I don't know. How do you think people see you? You think people still like hate you, or you think like, oh, I'm kind of cool now again?
I don't really know.
Yeah.
At this point.
Did you feel hated like during all that? Did you feel like?
Of course, yeah. That's why I deleted everything. I considered like quitting social media permanently. Honestly, the only reason I came back when I did was for the podcast, because there were like people counting on me who like they've already sold the ad spots and they've already like I have producers and shit who were depending on it, and they just basically said you can't keep not coming. So that's the only reason I came back in the first place, because I had to promote my book contractually and they were kind of on my ass about it. But
so you're like, I'm
glad I'm here because I'm really happy with what I'm doing now, but everything happens for a reason, I guess.
Yeah. It's interesting because like I feel like whenever I get canceled, I don't feel like people hate me. Like it triggers me and I go crazy and like, man, I never think like people hate me. So I wondered if you thought like, because I don't think people hated you either during all that. I wondered if you felt hated. I don't think people hated. I never hated you.
The messages and like tweets I got were pretty like intense, and like I mean like the stuff that you said was pretty intense. So
which part?
I mean a lot of it. I don't think it even matters to go into the details right now because like I think
I just was so curious. I wanted to come because I'm like I want to know her perspective, because to me it was like. I don't know. It didn't matter that much. And then it got like to this whole level. And then when I thought you did have an actual break, and then I felt bad because I was like, holy shit. Like, because for me, I never really, and my breakdowns were never because of the internet. It was always like something in my real life, like drugs or something. So then I was like, oh my God, is she like actually breaking down because of the internet? Or is it like trolling? Because then you said you were trolling people. I don't know. You're like, everyone fell for it.
Trolling people?
Yeah, there was like tweets where you're like, oh, but see, you're like listening to my music or download and stream like Dandelion or whatever you were promoting.
Yeah, that was me trolling in the way that like people, I think you're talking about the K-pop kids.
Yeah.
They were just making up dumb shit, and I responded to all the K-pop tweets with downloading from Dandelion coming. Yeah.
I don't never know. I never know how people like with that situation. I'm like, oh, maybe she is like cashing. I don't, because I don't know you, so I was like, maybe she's like cashing in on it.
No, I have like severe like social anxiety, and like I lived a lot of my life with I've never really been like a money driven person. I've always been like an accomplishment person. So like I'm psychotic. I had 1 year or one semester of perfect attendance, and then I had perfect attendance for like 9 years straight because a teacher told me like, good job, you had perfect attendance this semester. So like then I was like, perfect attendance always.
Oh
yeah.
What is that, like OCD, or what is that?
It's a little bit of OCD. It's some ADHD. It's also just like not like bad relationship with your parents. Like there's a lot that goes to it that I'm like discovering this year.
You never go into that. I know nothing about your parents. Like I know everything about you and nothing about you.
I have like young siblings who still live there, so I try to keep it in my book. I go into like some detail of it, but I just don't want to I don't want them to go to school and then people have read about their parents. So I think that once they're all like older and graduated, I'll probably get more into it.
I do apologize to your sister that I trolled on TikTok.
She was really upset. What
was the thing I did? What was her TikTok? It was something.
I think you just commented something about she was embarrassing or should be embarrassed or
no,
something.
she's like, I can't remember what it was. I feel bad.
I don't either.
I don't know
I don't
how old she
remember.
was. I feel bad. I'm sorry. There's not much I feel bad about. Like,
Cecilia, Trisha, sorry.
is that her name, Cecilia?
Yeah.
Because then she made like a follow up TikTok. Oh shit! Like sometimes I truly feel bad, especially when they're like young. Like I don't know how old she is.
Yeah.
She's like a high schooler.
Well, the reason I felt bad in that situation, I actually got really upset with her for like engaging in it.
Yeah.
Because she's still living the life that I lived because she still lives home.
Oh right.
So
right.
like I know where she is mentally. So I know that she's not equipped to handle the things that could come her way, like if you had chosen to take the route of like pursuing that.
Yeah.
So I just got really upset with her, like, do not fucking engage with this. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah.
Did you not see like what I went through? Like, why are you doing this? And it became like a fight.
I feel like because my sister, she like kind of like doesn't care. So I was like thinking, oh, this girl doesn't care. Like she was like saying something like, oh, I know what it was. It was that bulletproof where it's like, you think you can hurt my feelings. Like I'm Gabbie Hanna's sister. And I was just like, I don't know what I said. And I was like, oh, but I always feel bad. Like even like the Charlie thing, exactly. She's 16. Like I kind of felt bad. And then I didn't feel bad because then like James Charles and everyone got involved. But then I was like, oh shit, like her feelings must be really hurt. And I kind of did feel bad because like it wasn't a big deal. And to me, I was like, okay, whatever. But
well, I don't think she's in a place where like her feelings were hurt. She's in a place where she would respond with like anger as well.
for sure.
You know what I mean? I just didn't want her to get caught in the trap that I've been caught in, because it takes years and a lot of work to kind of undo how you were raised.
Yeah.
And I'm 29 years old and I'm still trying to undo that shit.
Yeah, it's
you know
a
what I
lot.
mean? So she's not even close. So
Right.
like when that happened, I was just like, oh
I
God.
do apologize for that. I don't really like. I never apologize. And also for me, I've never
You
had.
apologize.
That's true. I feel like by like,
Not to me.
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm like, do I have something to apologize for? I don't know. We'll see. We can talk about it.
Hey, you need to unwind after a long day of Zoom calls? Looking for some new self-care ideas and you're out of Burnout episodes to listen to? Or maybe you're just looking for a way to get out of a funk and start feeling like yourself again. Reset and reconnect with yourself with Dipsea. Dipsea's an audio app full of short, sexy stories designed to turn you on, and each story features characters that feel like real people in immersive scenarios. So you feel like you're right there. There's new stories every week, always more to explore, no matter what you're into or what turns you on. Dipsea has wellness sessions to help you learn more about yourself, and bedtime stories and soundscapes to help you relax before you drift off. So it's not all sexy time. Sometimes it's relaxy time. And for listeners of the show, Dipsea's offering 30-day free trial when you go to dipseastories.com/Gabbie. That's a 30-day free trial when you go to DIPSEA stories.com/Gabbie. Again, that's dipseastories.com/Gabbie. Now we're going to be talking about Warby Parker. Warby Parker is committed to providing exceptional vision care online and in stores, offering eyeglasses, sunglasses, eye exams, and contact lenses. Glasses start at $95, including prescription lenses. Sunglasses, progressives, and blue light lenses are also available. Warby Parker has so many styles. I did the home try-on kit a while ago and have a couple pairs from them. They're awesome. I actually need prescriptions soon, so I'm going to have to get some new ones because the ones I got were just blue light blockers because I was in denial about my eyesight going bad. But homegirl needs some fucking glasses now because the left eye's getting a little fucking wonky. Try Warby Parker's free home try-on program. You get 5 pairs of glasses to try at home for free for 5 days. There's no obligation to buy. It ships for free and includes a prepaid return shipping label. You can try 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/Gabbie.
I have a thing where I do feel like I'm too hard. Like I'm mean. I can be mean as fuck, you know, whatever. Not like saying nasty stuff, but mean as in like going for like, you know, just being like aggressive or whatever.
Yeah.
And so then I like feel bad about it usually. Even like Jeffrey, I was kind of starting to feel bad for him. And that's why this whole thing started. I was like, oh, maybe I'm like too hard on him because he had like a rough upbringing. Right. So I start feeling bad for people. Like I do have, I don't know. That's like the fucking border.
Well, as somebody with a bad upbringing, what I can say about that is there's so many toxic behaviors to undo, but it is your responsibility to undo.
Yeah.
So at our age, like if we're still reacting in that way, we do deserve some type of like repercussion for that.
For sure.
And, you know, hopefully we're all getting to a point where we're kind of undoing that shit. But like there is no excuse. Like mental health is not an excuse to berate people. But there is also the mental health aspect to it where it's like and this is something that like with I saw recently, like the Ethan situation where like, you know, you were talking about his like wife, like whatever, that whole thing, and you felt embarrassed and you, whatever, and you apologized, and that is part of your mental health, and as long as you are apologizing for it, that's fine. Like it's about taking accountability and trying to be better. But at the end of the day, it is something that mental health is real and it makes you act a certain way. And that is also something that I've always had in mind when it came to you, where like it did hurt me a lot. My mom has borderline personality disorder and so does my sister. So I was raised around it and I understand it very well. And I understand the nuances to it very well. And I've also had a lot of those traits because I was raised with those traits.
Right.
And for a while I thought I had borderline because of just my actions aligned a lot with it sometimes. But in my case, it was just more nurture and I had to break those habits.
Yeah.
And I think that was another reason that I just always, reached out to you and wanted to be your friend, is because I do understand that when you go on those tirades, it's not because you are mean and hateful. It's usually a reaction to rejection or it's chemical.
Yeah.
It's chemical. And I think that you do genuinely feel bad about them. And I think that's an important thing to highlight.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, like, obviously the Ethan thing, calling like Ela the C word, obviously that was like a switch. That was like just a blackout.
Yeah.
But then there's like a lot of things online that like I don't really have any apologies for. Like I don't mind calling people out if I think something's like wrong. Like our situation, I don't really regret it because like that thing bothered me, the herpes thing with like Jason, like that thing bothered me for so long. And I told you before I even like went out with it, like I think it was like June when I texted you. I'm like, hey, this is the reason. Because I think I was having breakdowns online and you're like, why don't you want to be my friend? And I was like, this is why. And then you were just like, oh, well, I'm not sorry. And then I was like, okay, whatever. And then I was like,
I didn't say I wasn't sorry. I said sorry.
No, not in those initial
in the
DMs.
DM, I said like,
you're like, I don't think I did anything wrong. That's a friend.
Well, no, I think the problem was my apology was also followed up with like I was looking out for a friend. And that definitely comes off as like, I'm sorry, but here's the reason, which totally, I totally get that.
Yeah.
But I think the confusing part for me was like after that, we had talked a lot and you were like singing my song on your stories and you and I had like had these positive conversations. So I thought we had moved past it.
Yeah.
And then when it came up again, I was just like,
oh, well,
I didn't know this was still an issue. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think the whole thing was just like, that was crazy. Obviously, I don't care. It was so long ago now. And I'm just like, okay, like whatever. But, and that's why I wanted
I've never
to come.
gotten to apologize to your face about this. Like I've done it on a YouTube video and like kind of through text, but I never meant to hurt you through that. And if I had known that it would turn into this, if I knew that it would hurt you in this way, I wouldn't have done it. And I think at the time, like you and I weren't in a place where we were like friends anymore. So I didn't think that you wanted to hear from me and like to text you randomly and be like, I heard this rumor about you. Is it true? When I told Jason that, like, it genuinely was from a place of like, I don't know if this is true. I heard it. If I was in this position, I would want to know. Look out for yourself. It's your life. You care, like whatever. And it was also 2 or 3 years after I heard the rumor. So like, it wasn't like I was going around like spreading the rumor. It was like it came up in a situation. Regardless, I never wanted to hurt you, but I did. Because I never said, you know, Trisha has herpes, right? Like it was never like that. It was like, hey, I don't know if this is real. This person told me. I don't know why they would lie. It's your business. I literally said to him, like, talk to her if you want. Like, it was never supposed to be like this secret thing. And I do totally understand where you're coming from, because if I was on the receiving end of that, I would be like, why the fuck are you saying I have herpes? You know what I mean? Like, I get it 1000%. And I wish that we could have had that conversation sooner where I could just be like, I fucked up. And like, you know, it's just, I guess it was like the source where I was just like, it felt credible at the time. And it concerned me as like coming from a place of you and I didn't have a relationship and him and I were so close. Right. Again, if I knew it was going to like come back to you in this way or hurt you in this way or cause you some like pain or anxiety or embarrassment, whatever it is, it's just like, I just wish I hadn't handled it in that way. And I'm sorry. Like, that's it. Like,
okay, well, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. If I'll think of something, I feel like I did apologize to you. I'm trying to think of what I did wrong. I know I probably did some shitty things to you. So if you want to tell me, I'll go and see if like, I can't remember.
I really mean it when I say I tried really hard not to see it.
Yeah, I try not to either. I really don't either, because it gives me like, I know that's like tossed around a lot of anxiety, but it does like make your heart, like we'll watch stuff. I'm like, I can't even watch it because I'm just like, it'll make me angry, you know? But I think that was the big issue.
Angry. It makes me like, it gives me this feeling of like, doom, which is
Oh.
so dramatic.
Like,
of,
you think what?
I don't know. I think because like I was raised in a way where I was just always being told that I was like bad. So I tried really hard to be good. So when people would like say bad things about me or tell me I was a bad person, it would hurt. I don't know. Just like
Yeah.
shit like that. Or like you're 30 years old, you'll never have a music label. And I'm like, well, I do have a label. And like just shit like that where it's like,
But why does it bother you then? Like, I mean, that's just like the world.
well, it didn't bother me what you said because it wasn't true. Like I knew that. But
Okay.
it bothered me that you wanted to hurt me so bad. But then I also remind myself like where you're coming from. You and I never got a chance to just talk. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like to me it never, when I like thought of like you and our situation, it was never like this very angry, hateful, vengeful place. I was just like, I wish we could just fucking talk.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like where like your loyalties were and the way you felt like with me, I just never felt like I could kind of reach out and initiate that conversation. And then, you know, the universe kind of does its thing. And
Yeah.
I reached out to you
Yeah.
at a time when all this other shit started happening. And
Right,
like,
right.
I was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Well, in my head, because I hadn't even brought you up yet, like in my head, like you weren't involved in this drama because yes, our big thing was the herpy thing, but this issue was a completely different issue. This was my
Yeah.
issue with Shane and Rylan and like the Jeffrey thing.
Oh my God, Ritual. Yes, I love talking about Ritual. They are such good vitamins, guys. When I take Ritual, I feel so good about myself. Everything just feels better. My hair and my skin and my nails, they're not hair, skin, nail vitamins, but I do see a difference in my hair, skin, and nails personally. I just feel better. I want to eat better. It makes me want to work out more. They taste minty. They look so cute. I love Ritual. Ritual is traceable. You always know what nutrients you're taking and where they come from thanks to Ritual's one-of-a-kind visible supply chain. They now offer for women, men, and teens, and they're scientifically developed to help support different stages in life. Ritual makes healthy habits easy. They come right to your door every month with free shipping always. You can start, snooze, or cancel your subscription anytime. And if you don't love Ritual within your first month, you get refunded at your first order. So get key nutrients without the BS. Ritual is offering my listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/Gabbie to start your ritual today. If you want to start taking vitamins, if you've been curious about vitamins, if you do not like your current vitamins, try Ritual. I cannot recommend them enough. I love them. And they're affordable. Best Fiends. You guys know I've been playing Best Fiends forever. It's free to download. There's lots of different cool games to play. And it's really addicting. You have to be careful with yourself. Listen, guys, make sure you have some time to play. Because once you start playing, you're not going to want to stop playing. And I don't know if that's controversial to say. I don't know if Best Fiends is going to be okay with me saying that. But the game is really freaking addictive. So if you need to kill some time, if you're bored, definitely play this game. They're always adding new levels. They're always adding new characters. So you're really never going to run out of gameplay. And it's just interesting. It's fun. It's like a hybrid of growing your characters, but also solving puzzles. What else could you possibly want in a game on the App Store? With over 100 million downloads, this 5-star rated mobile puzzle game is a must play. Download Best Fiends free today on the Apple App Store or Google Play. That is friends without the R, Best Fiends. Download Best Fiends free today on the Apple App Store or Google Play. Whenever like all this shit was happening, I reached out to some people who had previously been nice to me and I thought we were friendly. Not to, because I was like, I don't want this to be public information because I don't want it to cause like this big drama or controversy. But like when you report about it, because I know that you will, like, can you have this in mind when so that it's not like Gabbie's evil, like, because I feel like the story was Gabbie's a mean girl who started this rumor.
Right.
From where I was sitting, it was somebody intimately told me something and then I intimately told them information that I had, which again is up for debate of whether that was okay or not. And I don't know if it was. Like, it's still something where I need to do a little bit of soul searching and figure out where I land with that.
Right.
But it was just like, just so you know, like, this isn't something I made up out of thin air to be mean. This is something that was told to me and I felt concerned for my friend. But then the stuff that I was being told to my face wasn't the stuff that was being said publicly either. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where it was like, oh my God, you're totally right. Like, do you, girl? And then like online, it's like, fuck this bitch.
Me? Are you talking about me?
No,
and you?
not you.
Oh,
Not you.
God. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's just kind of the nature. That's why I don't really try and get too involved with those people. 'Cause
Yeah, like I'm so
mean, they're
so
fine. I like
detached
them.
at this point where I'm
Yeah.
like like I said, I told you earlier, like I didn't know the shit was going on when I asked you to
Yeah,
come on.
I don't really talk to drama channels because I always think that that's when it starts sounding like you're feeding them or like trying to manipulate them. So I'm just like, oh, write whatever you want about me. Like, I don't know.
I definitely had a time period where I was like trying to, and I wasn't even trying to find people to like leak information.
Right.
Because I always said like, please don't say this because I don't want to get caught in this.
Yeah.
But just so you know, before you say this like really terrible inflammatory shit about me, like this is the truth of what happened.
Right.
So keep that in mind before you go on. But then I just kind of realized,
It
let it
backfires.
go. Just let it go.
I feel like if people talk about you, I mean, this is my mentality, not everyone agrees. It's like, it's good. If people don't talk about you, then you're just another boring YouTube musician. There's so many of them that are so talented. Like, there's a guy named, like, I think his name's Alex Goot or something, and he's so talented, but just no one talks about him. So it's just like his music won't get seen. So in a way, I feel your strong point is people talking about you. So when you're like, stop talking, I feel like it's a good thing if people talk about you.
I don't know though, because I feel like before I was wrapped up in like this, whatever the fuck you want to call it, like I was doing better. Like my Spotify monthlies were better, my views were better, my streams were better, and that was always the thing that was in my mind. And people were always like, oh, she's worried about views, da da da. It was never about that. It was like, my dream is to be like a successful musician, and also my dream of, or my idea of what a successful musician has changed. But like I was getting bombarded with like tweets and comments of people saying, it's a shame, like I really like her music, but I had to take her out of my playlist because of this.
Right.
So in my head, I'm like, fuck, my dreams of being an artist are gone.
But you got your record deal, right? Like you said, you got it. What was it, last year or this year?
No, it's between like last year and this year. Like
So that was like the height of all your drama. You get a record deal.
Yeah, it's actually like straight up. I mean, Sam can attest it. It's kind of crazy because like my podcast views were down too, and like that's when I finally like let go of everything and just started being myself, like my ad rates went up. And I was like, why the fuck did my ad rates go up? Because my views are down, like whatever. And they're like, well, because they like you. And it was just like this huge lesson of like, be yourself,
right? Stay
Stay away from the bullshit, and life will be better.
Yeah, right.
And it is. And that's why I'm so excited for you, because you're there right now.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I think for me, it got me interested in you. You know, when people were like talking about you, because I like never watched a video before that. I was like, don't know anything about her. But then I was like, oh, let me like watch this podcast because like there was so much drama. I don't know. That's how I see it.
Well, I think that was the other part that like I was just, I guess, confused by was like the idea that like we had never spoken, and like I invited myself to your party where like that was another feeling where like I went back and like looked at the messages to make sure I wasn't crazy. Like we talked a lot, and like
I don't remember it, really swear to God, because I'm like here in person. I don't remember it that way. Like I just remember being like, you're like, oh, you're having a party, like that's what. And I sent you the invite, of course, but I don't remember talking
I
like
didn't
that.
even like ask you about the party. You just sent me the invite. Like if you look at the text, like the last thing I send you is something about like a snack,
right?
And then like you text me and you're like, come to my party, because we were like friends. Like we talked about relationships. Maybe I like read too much into it, but like we talked quite a bit for years.
Yeah. Okay. I'm very boyfriend oriented. I don't hang out with friends, especially like girls. I want to more. I like hanging out with girls, but they like burned me in the past, like especially YouTube girls. So I feel like in general, I'd like try not to like hang out with people. But
like you would send me texts like about how like, oh, I bought this shirt because you ordered in your video. I bought this necklace because you ordered in your video.
Oh,
and, like,
damn. Okay.
Like you've like tweeted before that like every time me and Gabbie hang out, we never get a selfie together. And I'm like we were friends. I thought
maybe these are like Photoshop tweets, because I definitely never said
no,
that.
they're still up.
I need to see these tweets. There's no way I tweeted that.
We'll look them up after.
And I'm not saying that in a mean way, because like I just know myself. I'm just not about hanging out with people. And maybe I said because I'm just that person that doesn't want to say no to people. But
no, totally. And I
don't
totally
remember. I don't remember like we never get selfies.
I think that's the part where I was like, when you were saying like we were never friends, she harasses me, she stalks me, she shows up at my house. I don't even know where you live.
Yeah, but again, I don't think of us as having deep conversations, and I really don't want this energy, because we have good energy. Like before all this, but I really just, I can't imagine myself ever being like, we were close friends. So that, I think that's what was weird too, is you're like, we were close friends, we talked all the time, and I was like, oh, did we? And then with
I don't know
Keemstar,
if we said we were close friends.
and Keemstar, you're like, yeah, she called me a couple weeks ago, and I was
did
just
call
like,
me. I have a screenshot. That confused me too, because I got a text from you, or a call. I got this text from a number I didn't know. It was like, Gabbie, call me right now. And this was after I put out my video that was like about everything.
Yeah.
And I got this text from this number, like Gabbie called me right now and I was like, I don't know this number. And then I got a call from Trisha Paytas, who's in my phone. And like that was the call from Trisha Paytas. But then I got a text from the other number that I didn't have saved being like, it's Trisha, call me now. Like right after you had called me.
Well, I mean, that's just an obvious scam. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Moses, that was like, I would never.
But like the number that came through that was calling me
Right.
said Trisha Paytas. And then the other number said, it's Trisha, call me.
I don't know.
So yeah, I don't know.
It's obviously
but
one of
also
those scams.
also tell me if you want to cut this out because this podcast wasn't about to be about drama. Like I want to just hang out with you.
No, it's totally fine. And like that's what I'm saying. I think it's important to like put this out there because I really was curious from your perspective, like all of this, like which is why I came and like also I just don't like having bad blood with anybody.
Yeah.
So that's like, and then I guess to go back to the thing about you have no singing career, your record contract, like I think people, and I'm not saying, I'm not gaslighting anybody, but even with the Charlie thing, it's like to me people just say, like I'm not trying to be like, I'm not gonna say to your face, I'm not gonna be like, wow, your music sucks, like do whatever. Same thing with Charlie. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, you didn't eat that dino nugget. Like it's just the internet, you know what I mean? Like when I say that stuff, you're like, your goal was to hurt me. It really wasn't. It was just like something to say because that was like how I was feeling at the moment. I was just like, this is something to say about music that like wasn't as good as before in my opinion or whatever. But people say it about me and like I don't know. And I'm not saying I'm so sensitive and whatever, but like I never take it.
Sensitive.
But like that's crazy because you're so like when people say my music shits, I'm like, oh yeah, like if they want to think it's shit, it's shit. Like I do like my music, I'll say it's shit. Like, but if someone says it's shitty, I'm like, hey,
I mean, I don't care when people say my music is shitty. What was confusing was just like you calling my music genius and then
Butterflies was a bop.
Thank you. I want to show you my new shit. I'm so
is it
excited.
good? Is it Butterflies? I like Butterflies out loud
you
for
like
sure.
Emo rock?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw that on your last one. I was like, hey, like Machine Gun Kelly just started it all with the pop punk movement. I'm
so excited he's bringing it back because like that's what I've been wanting to do for so long.
Yeah,
that's another whole part of me just being like, I wanna like I was so obsessed with doing what. Here's the problem.
Yeah.
When you start getting like a lot of views, a lot of likes, a lot of attention, you feel like you have to stay there. So like my first song, even though I didn't want it to be a pop song, because I came in saying I want punk pop, I want Panic at the Disco, MCR, I got a pop song. So like my pop song went viral. And then like all of the label interest that I was getting was like, we want your pop, we want your pop. And then I kept doing pop. Butterflies was pop. So like that was like whatever.
Yeah.
So I was trying to fit myself in this box of like, I'm a pop artist.
Right.
I'm not. I'm a fucking rock artist.
Yeah.
And now I'm making rock music because like it's this feeling of once you kind of hit that bottom of, okay, what I was doing wasn't working. I was trying to appease the masses. It didn't work. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Like life gets so fucking fun. I think you're doing that right now too, which is fun.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, I guess. I don't know. I think you're definitely more into your music and stuff than me. I always just like do it out of boredom.
You're not into your music?
I think I just like to have fun. Like I'm not like,
Word.
this is it for me. That's why I'm saying like when you said like, oh, like not that it hurt your feelings, but I was like, oh, that's so weird because you're just so the opposite. You're like, I don't give a fuck if people call my poetry shit, but then you're like, oh, but like it hurt my feelings. I was like, really? Because you're so confident with it.
Yeah, I think that I'm confident, but my feelings still get hurt because like I do know that what I'm putting out is 100% like authentic and like I do feel like my music is good and I think that my poetry is good for the audience that I'm targeting, but like of course it hurts my feelings when there's like viral videos making fun of me because I'm a human being and like I've never pretended, but at the same time like,
I think it's
that
amazing.
shit helps my poetry book sell.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like isn't that good? Like no one can get like 100 million views on like Genius. Like so I always was like confused where you're like, sorry I killed the meme making fun of me.
It's like 10 million. I thought it was 100 million because like I have
not
a
on your podcast.
Like
He said 100 million. I was like 100 million, girl.
I don't know why because I looked at it and it's 10.
Okay.
No, totally.
Still good though.
But like I just like had this thing in my head of like it all comes back to just like dumb fucking childhood trauma that you have to work through where like I need acceptance and approval and I was trying so hard to fit myself into a box that I did not belong in, and in doing that I was making myself miserable, I was making my art worse, I was giving myself anxiety and depression, and like the second I finally let go of that, I would for the first time in my life, I want to say the last like 2 to 3 months, I'm actually happy and like don't have anxiety for the first time since I was a child. Don't have anxiety.
That's
like,
dope. That's cool.
It's so sick.
What was it? What's the turning point that you like?
I think it's just you have to hit rock bottom because I was
Oh,
at this
shit.
point where I was getting so much positive the most irony of my life is when I was actually like really self-obsessed and narcissistic and like really out for myself. That's when everybody loved me. That's when everybody's like, we love the fucking Gabbie show.
That's
Like, yeah, fuck
interesting.
yeah. And then I started developing as a human and being more empathetic and understanding and really trying to like be careful with my words and my actions.
Yeah.
That's when all of a sudden it's like she's a narcissist, she's a manipulator, she's a terrible person.
Yeah. I hate those
And
words.
that was hard for me
Yeah.
because like I'm somebody who has always kind of lived my life and run my life by getting approval and acceptance and achievements. So like seeing a number go down, like subscriber count, like that made me suicidal.
Oh, fuck.
Because in my head, that wasn't just a subscriber count, that was my self-worth. That was like,
That's dark.
yeah, like people are saying I'm a mean girl, manipulative, narcissistic, sociopathic person. Like,
Yeah.
my life is over. I have nothing left to live for. I want to die.
Jesus.
And then
holy
you
shit.
see the people who are actually sociopathic, narcissistic
Right.
people climbing to the top, and you're like, oh, what's the point? I should kill myself.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was a bad year.
That's dark. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I feel like I've been dark, but never when it comes to like social media stuff. That's like, I don't know. To me, it's all fake anyway, so it like doesn't really matter. That's why I
It
like
is
don't
fake,
mind
yeah.
getting into like dramas, I guess, because it's like, I mean, this is different. Like the current thing I'm going through is different because it's like a personal friendship, but like
Yeah.
stuff with you or whatever, or with anybody, I don't even know who else. Like people are like, she's in drama with everyone. I'm like, I don't know. I just kind of like. If like Anthony Padilla tells me I don't have a mental disorder, I'll be like, okay, like I'm gonna come for you because like who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? But I don't know. People, like in general, I just feel like people have like no, like their skin is so like I don't know. Maybe they're narcissists, and then when they realize they don't have control of something, like the Mikey situation, not to bring up whatever, but like with that
Bring
situation,
up whatever the fuck you want.
I know. I'm just
That's
thinking.
what this is about,
In
bitch.
general, not you, because like you own up to it, and honestly, like whatever. But I just feel like so many people are just so sensitive, and it's like, damn, like that's the whole world of social media. Like you just got to get off of it. But honestly, that makes me sad that you felt that way about being like suicidal from social media. Like that's some dark shit.
The most of 2020, I wanted to kill myself.
Jesus.
And like Peyton, for real, like Irene, Molly, Taylor, like my real ass friends that like I don't show, like those people just like having my back and reminding me like who I am and like what I do for them as people off social media. If it wasn't for them, like who knows? Like
Shit.
who the fuck knows? But like
Fuck.
I think that ultimately, like in my journey as like a person and whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because like it gets you to a point where you just want to create and be happy and like realize what matters. I told you like off camera, like Trisha and I talked for like an hour off camera, which was great, by the way. I love that. Like this is bonus round.
Right,
We're
right.
just like, we've already accomplished a lot. We should be
Yeah.
really proud. And like, I was never comparing myself to anybody else. I was
Yeah.
always comparing myself to my past self. And I was in this space where I was so successful so fast with so little effort. And also when I was in a place of self-obsession, like everything in my whole life revolved around me.
Yeah.
I was telling stories about me. I was editing my own face, my own voice, like everything. I looked at every person I met as like, are you a story time? Are you going to piss me off?
Oh, shit.
Like, is this going to be a thing that like I'm going to talk about? Like, I got excited for people to be assholes.
Whoa.
Because then I got to like make a story about it. And that's when everybody loved me. And then I was like, hey, this is a shitty way to live. I'm going to be a better person. Everyone was like, you're a monster. And I was like, what is life about?
Shit. What was the first thing that people like turned on you for?
Probably the rice gum thing. I
Oh
think.
yeah, really? That seems like so minute now when you think
Oh,
about
no. I think it would probably, there was the Reddit, rice gum played on it, the Reddit scandal of like stealing jokes, which, by the way, I've never talked about this.
Oh.
But the guy who started that was a kid who had a huge crush on me through junior high and high school. And like after that happened, because they were like kind of anonymous, they were like messaging me on Twitter like, when are you going to be back in town? I want to hang out with you. Like, so like that was my first scandal. And then the rice gum thing, which, I mean, I don't like want to rehash or like restart drama, but like, what the fuck was that?
I don't remember any of that. Like I remember like the thing, but I don't remember like any of it. I was so.
It was just basically like he made a video or two about me, and then in person on Snapchat, I was like, "Yo, let's rap battle right now."
Yeah.
And then he said no, and I was like, "What? Your ghostwriter's not here?" Like joking around because he had already said like, I have a big nose. I steal joke. Like just he made these videos like really inflammatory about me, so I thought it was fine.
Jesus.
And then he held me down, yanked my phone from my hand, and broke my phone.
Oh Jesus!
If you
aggressive.
like watch the interviews, it starts with I didn't fucking touch her to like yeah, like of course I had to touch her to take her phone, and then it turned into, I mean obviously it's her phone. She's not gonna give it very easily, so I had to wrestle her a little bit to get it. But like
what the fuck? I don't remember this at all.
dude, it
That's
was really
crazy.
It was really fucked up. Like
I mean, that's like a physical thing. That's
yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah. Like I had marks on my body.
Shit.
You know what I mean? Like,
is he still around? I don't even know anything about him. Does he still make videos?
I don't either. And like,
Jeez. How do people like that not get canceled? Not to be like, whatever, but it's like, how do people like that not get canceled when they actually do like shitty things? Like real life crimes.
It's sexism. Is what it is.
Yeah.
And like that's like
true.
the reality of it.
For sure. Like
is-
that TikToker
yeah.
who was dating a 13-year-old. I was just like, how can she like make out with a 13-year-old boyfriend and she's 21? It's like, but the guys always will get shit for it. And it is. It's like this, it's fucked up. And the same thing, I get you. That's fucked up. I don't know. I gotta well, maybe I won't research it. But that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I definitely had it all saved. People like I also did file a police report about it.
Fuck.
Because I mean he broke my phone and had marks on my body.
How
Like,
come that wasn't big? Was it big? Maybe I was just so out of it.
I
don't
think
remember.
I just got so overwhelmed with the Petty Page was the only person who stood up for me a little bit.
We like her. I like
But
Petty Page.
everybody else was like, she did this and da da da, and like it, whatever. It sucked. Just going through that, and like the people at the party were texting me, being like, "That was insane." Like the literally like Romeo Lacoste of all fucking people
Ugh,
was there. Like he was sitting on the couch when I was pinned down. My phone was yanked from my hand and shattered.
Yeah.
He was like, I've never seen anything like that. I'm so sorry that you went through that. Like that's my homie, but that was fucked up. And then the next day, because he was promised a shout out, went on Twitter and was like, fuck this girl. Like I was suicidal then too. Because again, it was just like a man, a 6 foot, whatever the fuck man, just pinned me down and broke my fucking phone because I asked him to rap battle and I'm the bad guy. Like, it's crazy.
Because I had heard about it and I just thought it was like an online, because I mentioned it once and I was like, oh, and the rap battle sucked. I didn't even know what it was. I had no idea what you did. But I didn't know it was that. That's fucking weird. I thought you guys were like went back and forth with like a rap or something online. That was
yeah. And like at this point also, like if he reached out to me and was like, yo, that was kind of crazy. I'm sorry. Like I would totally accept that because he's also young. And like, it's a weird situation where I understand the feeling of being really young and getting a lot of praise for being a shitty person because that's who I was.
How old was he and how old were you? How old are you now?
I'm 29.
And how old is he your age?
I don't know his age, but he's definitely younger than me for sure.
Yeah.
That's where it all started for me.
Yeah, then it just went downhill. Yeah, I feel for you. I feel like you're like we were saying earlier. It's like, it sucks when you just have like a bad reputation because like I just feel like it's hard to like not come back from it, but like just say anything because then people they're always gonna hang on to that. You know, just like me, people just like she hurt so many people. I was just like Jesus Christ, like it's been like years since I've like trolled, but it's just your MO. And I guess you're just always gonna be drama as your MO, but maybe not. Maybe you're
but
changing.
drama's not my MO. Like that's the thing is like when Rice Scum held me down and broke my phone and I talked about it. Is that drama?
I mean that I
You know what I mean?
totally agree. I totally agree with that. Okay.
We're back. Continue.
No, I was just saying, like, because I was telling her to, like, say, let's tell this Gabbie versus Trisha. She's like, no, I don't like drama. But, like, and I get you, and I totally believe you. It's not like I'm saying that in a mocking way, because I think I said it in a mocking way. But it's like, for me, it's what I was saying is, okay, sure. We just bond over zebra cakes.
So good.
No, but, like, I just, like, when we, even now, when we're talking about this, like, I go home and, like, I just don't, like, I do a video and I never think about it again. It's not like I'm sitting there on my phone.
I think about it a lot.
But it's so interesting, especially when you're in a because for me, I'm like borderline, so being in a relationship means everything to me, and that's all I care about. So like, I make a video, like we'll be like having the best night ever on the couch. I'm like, oh, real quick, gotta make a video. Someone said something about me, I make the video, and then I like just go down and like watch like an Adam Sandler movie and couldn't care less.
I hold on to shit a lot.
Oh,
because like when I care about people, I really, really care. So it like hurts me a lot when people who I care about are like mean to me. And it all comes back to childhood, right?
right.
Like,
I think you've also had more drama with personal people that know you. I feel like most of my drama is people I literally don't know. Like, I never have drama with people I know in real life.
But like a lot of the drama that like comes public is like, well, why did you collab with me 3 months ago?
Me?
No.
Like, did I do that
Just,
too?
like the people who come forward, it's like, it's so weird because like you're so nice to my face and like we literally just collabed or you just asked to collab. So like, were you pretending and lying for clout then and you hated me then? Or are you lying and pretending for clout now because it's popular to hate me? So like either way, you're lying for clout.
Yeah, you definitely, from what we talked, we just took like an hour-long break again, but
And it was nice. I actually really liked it. I cried.
I felt so bad. I felt like, because I really am don't try. You know, when we, because you're like, we both said like, you know, well, this person talks shit about you, and it's like, to me that doesn't trigger me, but it does trigger some people, and I feel like I triggered you, and I felt bad because all of a sudden I was like, well, it didn't. I started because they said this about you, and I actually don't love when people do that because I do know that hurts people's feelings. When people tell me, I'd rather just like no. But I know it hurts. Like when you were telling me, like I was uninvited from a party, I won't say from whose. I was just like, it doesn't make me mad. I'm just like, oh Jesus, like, you know, I literally don't care. But
Yeah.
I don't know, just the stuff you say when like, oh, like I don't know, you can cut it out. But like the one friend when you're like, yeah, he only had negative stuff to say about you. I was like, what? That's what I want to know. And it's not. You're like, well, I don't want to start drama. And it's like, it's not drama to me. And honestly, like if you tell me like, and you have told me, don't say this person's name, don't do, and I wouldn't. But it's just like, I just want to know for my own, like,
you know what's
because it has to do
crazy
with me.
about that person we were talking about though is like, did you bring a straw?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, environment. Like that person, I realized within the last few months is actually the catalyst to almost every drama in my life.
So do you just like avoid it? Just avoid talking about it?
I just don't. I don't bring it up because
I just want to know, and I just feel like I just hate fake. I hate fake, and that's like, like if that's why I made the video on you. It's like if I have an issue with someone, I'm just gonna tell them, like, you know, and just say it.
But I wish you would have just like told me.
But I did in June.
Yeah,
and
but
this is where our
but then we were
discrepancy goes.
fine.
No, but then this is the discrepancy, which we're going back to in a circle. I feel like you put the DM out first. You said you didn't, whatever. But that's the only reason I said it, because I was like, you were asking all these people, like, Gabbie, does she talk shit? And I was like, oh, well, this is who I talk shit to. And I told you the two people I talk shit to and what they said to me to prompt me talking shit, which is not talking shit. The only thing I said was, she said I had herpes. I literally had nothing bad else to say. And I still don't have anything bad else to say, but we're going in a circle with that.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Yeah.
Where are we going with that?
The way
Where'd
that
that come
I see that story is just like,
best friends.
I texted you personally about it because it was something that I'd been like this. A few people had been feeding me this information for a while. Where like Trisha said this, Trisha said this, and it was like frustrating because I was like, why does Trisha keep telling people that like I'm this mean girl who doesn't like her and like whatever. So then I finally got somebody who said that I was allowed to ask you about it. Because I literally asked them permission, like, can I please ask her about this? Because this is something that comes up a lot. Everybody says, please don't ask Trisha. And then I asked you about it. And then we got into an argument over text where it's just like, stop telling people that I don't like you. I do like you.
But I've never said that. So that's, again, you're just going based on rumors and what you hear from people.
Of course.
And
which is what you
line
did as well. We both did that.
On what?
Like you were going off of what you heard from other people. I was going
about
off of what I heard
no,
from
my
other
video
people.
about you was strictly about me and you. I never brought in those other people's issues with you.
But was it that you and I talked? Because like what I was talking about was like you had talked to this person and I was like, listen, I've been hearing this shit from this person. Is this true? And she said, yes, this is my situation. And I said, can I please ask about this? Because I've heard it so many times that everybody says, please don't talk about it. But I want to ask Trisha about it directly.
Yeah.
And everybody asks me, please not to.
Yeah.
So then I finally like had this situation where somebody's like, yes, whatever. So then I asked you about it and like we obviously got into an argument.
Yeah.
And then after our argument, you put up a video. And then that's when I started my stories. And like that's from my end. And obviously you see it differently.
Yeah.
But like either way, like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, right? Because we all die and who cares? Jesus,
so worried.
But like it's true. Like it doesn't matter.
I think, but so you're saying, but it's just like a new enlightened you in 2021 because why did it matter? If someone talks shit about me and like.
It hurt my feelings.
Okay, but like you don't know me, I don't know you. If someone I literally don't know.
But I think that's where our discrepancy is because like and like this could just be my naivety is like, the extent of our conversations and like the tweets you put out about me, like I was like, oh, we're friends or at least friendly or at least like each other or whatever.
Right.
So like I always looked at you as like I didn't have a ton of like people in LA who even if we weren't like friends, I didn't know who I like connected to. And like I felt like you were willing to share like emotions and trauma and shit like that, which is very rare. So I think that in my head, I was just a lot closer to you than we actually were. You know what I mean? Because like our conversations were like, maybe it was just you showing like human decency or like baseline kindness to me, like listening to me and sharing with me. I took that as like friendship.
Okay.
Where like to you it was probably just like, here's this girl on YouTube, I'm gonna be nice to her, I'm gonna respond to her, I'm gonna, like, whatever.
I am super nice to everyone, like, and when people want to hang out, I'm like, yeah, maybe soon, and I don't have the intention of it, so maybe I should just be more like, hey, no, because I'm always just like, but I mean, for the record, I really don't ever want to hang out with anybody. I'm very like inclusive, you know. I don't really want to be friends with anybody, and I've always been boyfriend obsessed, guy obsessed, and like that's it. And I feel like I date people usually who don't have friends. I mean, one boyfriend had like friends obviously, and that ended like a shit show. But I like to isolate myself, so I get it. I don't know. That was the whole thing. It was fucking weird. I don't know. But that's good. At least you're like woke now that you wouldn't care. So like now if that happened, if like Gabbie, this person's talking shit about you and you don't know them, would you care? Would you confront them?
No, it's at the point now where like I told you when I texted you, I did not know that shit was going down,
right?
Bitch. Like,
no, I'm saying if someone talks shit about you now in the way they're like, oh, like let's just like Anthony Padilla's talking shit about you. I don't know if you know him or whatever, and you're just like, oh, I keep hearing this. Would you like? Would it still like affect you and consume you?
I definitely. There's a lot of situations that I have not hit up people because I've definitely come to the point where I realized if somebody's talking that way about you, that they're not somebody worth your time.
I don't know. I try not to like believe what people say. And it's with you specifically. Like, again, I try not to, in my video, I really think it was just our issue. I heard, of course, I threw in like, everyone says it's about you, which I heard stuff about you, but I really wasn't trying to make that my angle with you. One, I didn't want to throw other people under the bus. And two, I don't know. I feel like if it's my issue, it's my issue. But I don't know. I think I felt more bad about the situation in like 2020. I don't really know what our drama was, but when you had your little break, or not little, but maybe big, I don't know. The
to
breakdown,
me,
I was like,
massive.
shit. Was it? So I don't know.
But it was
I was
also
like,
life changing. It was also life changing.
That was
me.
intense.
So it was like, you know, the like the fear for my life, that was real. And like, that shit, it just got to a point where like, I felt like no matter what I said, it was going to be twisted. Like I could say, I love Trisha or I hate Trisha. Yeah. And no matter what I said, I was going to be Satan. Right. Or I could say, I'm sorry, or I could say, I'm not sorry. And no matter what I said, I was going to be Satan. Yeah. So it was like, I could say anything and I was painted as a master manipulator. Don't believe everything she says. She's trying to fool you. So I just felt like, well, what's the fucking point? That was where I just like deleted everything and then took 6 weeks to really just get in touch with what matters, who am I. I don't want to go as far as to say I'm grateful and I'm so happy that all this happened. Yeah. It was really hard. But I think that it comes down to like, how do you receive things? How do you put things into your like real life, and why did it matter? I don't think everything happens for a reason, but I think that as a person you can apply a reason for everything. Mm-hmm. So when I look back at everything, I say this needed to happen or else I would have never been happy with where I am in life. I would have never been so grateful for who I have and all of these things, whatever. Yeah. But like, just like sitting here with you now, it just feels insane. Yeah. It's so crazy that this all started with like this weird rumor, right? Right. Yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing still blows my mind. I was like, it's so crazy.
You're also free to talk about anything the fuck you want.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's just so much. My head has been so discombobulated with stuff.
How are you feeling? Like, what's up with life right now?
Like, good. I feel good. Like, you know what? It's just a lot. It's just everything's just a lot right now because it's just a lot. You know what I think it is, especially when you're in like, I don't even consider it drama. Like when you're when all of a sudden like your world starts like crumbling down around you, just like based on like someone you think you know so well, right? Like, and you're just like, what the fuck? And then more new things come out every day. Like today I'm sent like voice memos of like, we'll just say Shane like shit talking me, and I was just like, Jesus, like every day I keep thinking like it's fine, it's meant to be, we weren't supposed to be friends, like whatever. And then you just hear more and more shit. You're just like, well, damn, that sucks. And like I said, I really like internet stuff. I don't care. I like let it go. And like this, I've been like trying to let go, but damn. And then when I hear from just so many people like, oh, he said this, this, and this and stuff, it's like not triggering. It's just more shocking because I've never, like, Shane's, like, I've just never shit talked him at private, publicly, anything. And I'm just, like, so confused by it. But it is what it is. It sucks. I was just like, damn. And then I think I brought your name up because, like, obviously that's what I heard it from Dustin, like, I don't know, 6 months ago. And then when I brought it up to Shane, he did say, well, I don't remember telling Gabbie. Not like I never tell Gabbie. I was like, I don't remember. And I was like, why would you even say it? It's so weird.
Yeah.
That whole situation is just
how
like.
are you feeling right now?
About the.
Just everything. Like, how are you feeling?
I feel great. I mean, I am like happy in life too. I'm always happy, of course, when I'm like in a relationship.
You have an incredible ring on your finger.
Thank
right
you.
now.
Yes, I am engaged, which is crazy. I never thought I'd be engaged in my life, and I'm like so excited. It was so crazy. So I'm like, we're getting married like this year, so it's just like planning that. I mean, I'm just like happy. We just like bought a house together and like all this stuff, and I have like a really like good like podcast, and I have like good people and stuff like that. So I am happy. It just like
I'm excited to start watching the Frenemies podcast.
Oh, it's
because like I've been tempted to click, but some of the thumbnails have had my face in them, so I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can trust this.
Yeah, I think the first like 1 or 2 episodes, he definitely was like, so let's talk about and I think it was in the midst of ours. He's like, let's talk about who's the YouTuber you hate the most, and I think that's when I like. But it was that I was like so annoyed because I'm like, why are you? But it's fine. I think now, of course, when I meet someone, it always like humanizes a person. I don't know if that's for better or worse, because sometimes I like, again, not knowing people.
It's probably for better.
I like having characters on the internet to gossip about. You know, people like hate like Wendy Williams, but I like gossiping about people, and like not having a relationship with people is the best way to do that, because at the end of the day, I like people gossiping. Not like it, but I think it's like, it's fine. Like, I have a good life. I like don't mind if people gossip, but I know people do. I like gossiping about people. I think it's interesting. I think it's fun. But then when I meet someone, you obviously like humanizes them, and you're just like, oh shit, I can't really like talk bad about them.
I think that there's just like, there's so much more to every story. Like there's always a headline, like this person did this, and it's like, yeah, they might have done this like thing that they aren't proud of, or is toxic or embarrassing or whatever.
Right.
But what led up to that? And I think that people don't really want to look at that. And a lot of times it's just like the first person to air it out publicly. And I've always been somebody who like, I do like to keep shit pretty private and like not take like personal shit publicly.
Right.
Yeah, because I just think that like it comes down to, the only time I've ever really done it is when I first started my career with the Rebecca Black story, where she like,
what's this one?
I was like a whole thing
drama
where, like,
with Rebecca Black.
I was with my friend and she like tried to talk to her, and then she like was really rude to her and was like, you little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. And
Who
it, like,
was rude?
became,
Rebecca
like,
Black was rude?
Yeah, but then like, but
tea.
also like Rebecca was drunk and going through a hard time, and it's like,
jeez.
I as a person years ago like painted Rebecca as this person who did this really rude thing to my friend because she wasn't as famous as her and like whatever.
Jeez.
But realistically, it was just like Rebecca being drunk and going through a hard time. So it's just like, I try really hard not to like say who somebody is based on my interaction, because like you are an infinite number of people.
Yeah.
Who did you meet in the checkout line? Did you date in high school? Who did you date in junior high? Who did you meet as an adult? Who did you have a fight with on a customer service line versus who were you the nicest person ever to? Like, you are a million versions of yourself, and you don't get to pick, and you don't get to choose, and you don't get to decide. Like, you're just that person.
Yeah.
And like, if you ask, you know, my college boyfriend, he'll have a story versus if my current boyfriend.
For sure.
If you ask my best friend now versus who I was friends with in high school, they have a different story. And that's why I try to not be like, this is who this is. Like, even when they judge me, because like, I know that they're coming from a place of, well, you don't know me, but you're judging me, and it's probably based on somebody else you know or something that you've been told, and it's not your fault.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get to that point, and also like there's so much ego death that has to happen that I still have to experience too.
Got it. See, I think that's why I like to call myself a shitty person, because if you already have like a low inflated like ego, like you're just like already at the rock bottom, so you're like, nothing can hurt you, nothing can like bring you down, you're just like, oh, I'm like shit. But like, it's not like, it's just more of like a self-protecting thing, because if you already have yourself, I never had an ego, really. I don't, and I still don't. I'm just like, oh, whatever, like, you know, I've always had.
Do you
like,
love yourself?
Oh my God, yeah. I have this really weird thing where I do think I'm extra special. Of course, I feel like anyone who does like entertainment, YouTube thinks they're like extra special. I do. I always thought everybody thought they were like this thing. Like, I always thought, oh, I should be famous. I am extra special. Like, and I thought everybody felt that, which I guess not everyone does.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course I like love myself, but I also have a really low, it's not even self-esteem. Like, I'm very, I don't really know the word. like I love myself so much, but I also think like no one is like beneath me. I think of myself beneath everybody in a weird way, and
That's low self-esteem.
it's not that. It's more of like I'm better than no one sort of thing. And so just because like I'm extra special, I'm like literally better than no one, no, but not better than the homeless man because I've been like, you know, the hooker on the street for $5. Like I'm not better than anyone. So I don't know. It's like I guess that's where it is. So there's no ego to come down from. So I never really, my feelings don't really get hurt in that sense. It's more like personal friends, but like people online talking about me like, oh well, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Right.
But I also think like also feel like you're around influencers a lot more. Like it sounds like you go to parties, like Rebecca
Oh,
Black.
not anymore. That was years ago.
Oh, okay. Because I never
Years
go to
ago.
VidCon. Like that just seemed
Yeah,
like
yeah.
drama. I was like, oh, like that's what I'm saying. I like to like have everyone be characters.
Yeah.
I don't want to get to know anybody.
I used to be super heavy involved in the scene, but I was also like younger and coming up in the space.
Yeah.
And now I'm 29 and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, just I'm chill. Like I have my pets. I have my man. I have
Yeah,
my house.
yeah.
I'm chilling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It
So
changes a
it's
lot.
definitely a different space, but I think it also comes down to like finding the people who tell you who you actually are. And I came to this realization of like, it was my friend Molly actually who really brought it to me of if your friends don't make you feel like the coolest fucking person on earth at all times, they're not your friends.
Yeah.
And it's not about like sucking your dick and enabling you because of course they call you out. Like knowing I was coming into this interview, of course my friends were saying like, you know who you are, like don't let this happen, like don't let this trigger you. And I was like, dude, it's fine. Cause like I think a lot of the concern was coming from like my mom and like thinking that you'd like trigger me in that way. You know what
I feel like I
mean?
did. I was like, I felt bad because I really don't try and trigger. I was like, fuck, because that was
no.
deep. That's dark. And you have like a lot of, it's,
No, like
don't wanna, like, I don't
I
know.
recently just had a conversation with my mom where like I had to like, you know what, fuck it, yeah, I'll keep this in, whatever. I recently blocked my mom like from everything because I don't talk to her much, but like I reached out to her and I was just like, I needed her like as a mom, you know what I mean? And she just like put me down, like berated me and like brought me to a level of like screaming that I haven't felt since I was 17 years old. And I just had to accept for myself, like, I was raised to be this person and I'm not. So if there's somebody that sets me off in that way, I need to just say goodbye. Like, and it's hard when it's your family.
yeah.
And I think a lot of my friends were just coming from a place of like concern for that, where they're just like, I don't want you to get triggered in that way where you like represent yourself in a way that like we don't know you as that person.
Yeah, yeah. I get that.
And I was just so like, I've been told for so long that I'm like a narcissist and a master manipulator and all these things that I don't see myself as and my friends don't see myself as. And like once I got to a place where I finally started feeling good with myself, it was because I was with like good people.
Yeah.
And they were like where I'm like, oh, I'm probably just narcissistic. And my friend was like, no, you're not. You're overthinking. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like shit like that. And like, if your friends don't make you feel like you're on top of the fucking world, not enabling you, like they call you out on your bullshit, they tell you whatever, but like your friends should make you feel good about yourself. And if they're making you feel like shit, whether like it's behind the scenes or like publicly, like whatever, they're not your friends.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't even know where we are. I just blacked out.
I have no friends, so I can't relate.
Yes, you do.
Who? My fiance?
Your fiance is your
Do
best
we have friends, babe?
Your fiance is that's your best friend.
That's it's always been that way. I only have one friend in my life because I trust nobody. But it sounds
Ethan and Ela are your best friends.
I don't know if I call them my friends. They're very nice.
They're your friends. They care about you very deeply.
Yeah, but it's also I love them so much and they are very nice and they do check up on me and stuff like that, but it's not like friendship where we like hang out and talk to them.
You see them every week.
Yeah. To work.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like also like they're adults with children.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I'm
like-
saying. I don't think it's a bad thing in any way, but back to yours, I understand it and like triggers are super real and that's why like I think it's good when you like at least recognize it because I also don't want to, I never want, because I know triggers and like when you go to that place it fucking sucks and then like and then you become a different person, you become defensive. Like I think that's when I had like I think I felt the worst and the most sympathy for you is when you had that podcast and you like really got on the defensive and I was like, oh shit, like I know this when you just like lose your shit over it.
Yeah.
Which I guess I always look at my like breakdowns and like laugh at them. And so like again, when I made the TikTok, because I saw the video, I don't think I saw the video, but I know you're like mad that I like whatever did a video.
I wasn't
but
mad. Honestly, I was just like, I knew you were somebody who understood that type of struggle. To see you like mocking it, it just made me think like she should understand.
So you had
Yeah.
you didn't look back, and I don't, and again, I don't want to trigger if you tell me. When
Yeah.
I look back at stuff, sometimes I'm like, ooh, like that's cringe. Like I make fun of my own stuff that's cringe, of me like crying and breaking down
Yeah,
over
but
like,
I would never do it to somebody else.
Yeah,
Like I
okay.
can make fun of myself, but like I would never make fun of your breakdown.
Right.
So I think like seeing you make fun of that breakdown or make light of it, I was just like, she of all people should understand what this feels like.
Right.
So like that's why I didn't like go into being like fuck Trish. I was just like, yeah, like where's the empathy? Like she should be the person who
Yeah.
like gets it.
It's a lie. I feel bad that was, because I truly was like, I don't know. I guess just different perceptions, which is totally fine. I mean, perception's
Yeah.
reality. So
100%.
You know,
We're all living in a simulation. This is a fucking glitch. You and I in this room right
Okay,
now
yeah,
is
yeah.
a glitch. Like, what is this?
right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm meeting someone and you feel worse, but I still think
No,
like,
don't feel worse.
I was like,
We should feel better by this.
I don't know. You're like, I was going to kill myself last year. I was like, oh, shit. Because to me, it's like internet. And I always, here was a good question then. So, like, truly, because I've never been in that position, like, what would you tell someone? Because I don't, like, to me, I've never had social media be, like, a trigger where I want to, like, kill myself, ever. And so, like, what's your, like, advice? Do you think people should get off the internet? Like, also, like, to me, I'm just, like, just get off social media. But clearly that wasn't, like, an option for
Yeah.
you. So, what do you do in the situation where you're literally going to, like, kill yourself? Like that's so dark, and I
Yeah.
felt awful. I was like, what? I would never think people on social media would like feel this way.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the press that I've done, I actually talk about this, where I'm just like, stay away as much as you can. I know Bo Burnham has also like covered the section in depth, where it's like,
Yeah.
we're in a world where everybody wants to perform all the time, and it's so easy, to go viral, and then like that feeling of going viral feels good, and you feel accepted and whatever, but it's just like, God, it fucks with your psyche so much, because I came from a place of, I had no money. I didn't really have a lot of friends. People made fun of me a lot because like I couldn't afford braces, and I was overweight because we couldn't afford healthy food, and like I just got made fun of all the time. So like coming into this world where all of a sudden like I was getting likes and followers and all this shit, like
Okay.
I went from being like absolutely nobody, and everybody made fun of me, and it was like really shitty and hard, and life sucked, and like I didn't have a relationship with my family or friends or whatever,
Right.
to all of a sudden like brands want to work with me, and I have followers, and I have fans, and all of a sudden people want to be my friend because I have followers. Like what it does to your psyche. I actually did a YouTube video about this, about like sociopathy and like shit like that.
Fuck.
Like it fucks with your psyche so much, and it really just comes down to like classical conditioning, like the very basics of psychology of like, you ring a bell, you feed a dog, the next time you ring the bell, the dog gets hungry. So like for me, that was likes and followers. So I would like refresh my page for likes and followers because that was my only form of validation.
Oh, so your self-esteem went up. So you were like feeling really shitty
Yeah.
in school.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's where I was like shitty all throughout. I'm like, I'm always a shit person. So I feel like that's what I'm saying. It benefits me because I never ever think anything. I'm always like still shitty.
No, so I went from like being like a nobody to being somebody.
Right.
And then I went from an abusive household to an abusive relationship to being internet famous. So
Yeah.
I never saw how real people operated. I never got to see a healthy relationship. I never got to see healthy friendships. I never got to see professionalism.
Right.
So then like I'm in these environments where like I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to act. I don't know how to be normal. And I got away with it because I was internet famous, and I was bringing money, and I was bringing brand deals, and everybody had to suck my dick
Yeah.
because of who I was. And then it got to a point where that wasn't enough anymore. And then that's when I had my wake up call. That's when I had my reality check, and I started changing. So it's just like, I guess what I would tell to kids who are on the internet is just like, separate, compartmentalize. This is your life. This is the internet. They do not cohabitate. They are completely separate.
Right.
And if you start
Yeah.
intertwining them, then you're like, are you my friend, or are we coworkers?
Yeah.
Are we colleagues, or do you care about me? Do you care about my numbers or about my well-being and my mental
Yeah.
health? And I know you relate to that.
Yeah, I think that's a good sentiment to echo. Just that the internet is, I just think of it all as fake. That's why, again, it doesn't bother me. Who I am online is not who I am in real life. Who I talk about in person, like obviously it's not.
I wish I had that strength.
Yeah, but it's not strength. I don't know. To me, because I don't consider myself like specifically strong, especially like mentally. But I just think like the internet just is so obviously fake. Like things don't matter.
But
online.
our beef wasn't fake. Like a lot of people thought that like they're planning this together and they're all laughing, and I'm like, no, I'm really hurting, and I don't think that she's joking either.
Well, fake in the sense that like it just didn't consume me, which I guess it consumed you more, is what I'm guessing or gathering. But it didn't consume me. I was just like, oh, well, again, whatever. But it just didn't consume me. It's like, oh, let me just like make this video so there's like no question that I like didn't like you at the time, and this is why. But I think in general, like with people I don't know, when I make a video, like again, Anthony Padilla, Mikey, like I don't even know who else I made videos on. Like I usually don't know them, and I'm commenting on something that they did online, and that's probably not them. I'm not me. Like it's just something that's online, and like if you can't handle it, like I don't think you should be online. Like I just don't, because it's hateful. The internet's a hateful place, and negativity entertains people, drama entertains people, and like sometimes it's too much for me, and then I just like back off of it. Like if I know something's gonna be like a hot topic or something and I don't want to be involved with it, like I back out of it. I don't know. I just think that's dark. And then when I heard you talking about that, of like feeling that dark about it, I was like, oh shit. And like obviously I don't want anyone to feel that way, but if people do, but I don't know. Again, I don't know. It's also a hard thing because I don't want to take like responsibility, like just because, you know what I mean? Like because someone's feelings are, I don't know. It go back and forth. I know you now in real life, and now like I really feel bad, but it's just like.
Yeah, I mean, it's not about feeling bad. It's just about like, it's what you said. It's like you become human in the humanity of it. And when it's the internet, it's hard to feel the humanity because it's just like, oh, here's Gabbie. She has this many followers. She makes this much money. It doesn't matter. But like to me, like the internet and like that validation was the only thing ever keeping me alive.
Right.
So like when that starts like dissipating, you're like, oh shit, the only time because I've been suicidal since I was 15.
Yeah.
The only thing that kept me alive was like, oh shit, people like me and I can make something of myself and I can create stuff and like, this is such a cool way to live. So then I built myself up as like, this is all I'm worth. The likes I'm getting on Instagram, that's all I'm worth. My views on YouTube, that's all I'm worth. Mm-hmm. So when that goes away and then everybody hates you, it's like, well, what do I have left? Nothing.
Right. So when people like, I remember you mentioning one time, like you said, people would like compare people's like likes. If people's likes were going down, they talk about it. So like, does that affect you then when people are like, wow, your views are going down or your likes are going down, or did it or does it or?
It's never been something that's said to my face, but it was definitely something that like, I personally never cared about my likes. Yeah. I personally never was watching my views, but then spending time with people where the conversation was 100% focused around views and likes and hearing how they judged each other's self-worth. Yeah. That made me feel like that was what self-worth was, because I had such little knowledge in social life because I didn't have friends, because I couldn't have friends over because I wasn't allowed, and like I didn't have friends growing up. So I was learning how to have friends as an adult. And then as an adult, I'm seeing that friendship is talking shit, gossiping, disguising it as venting. Yeah. And then I became that person where I was also doing those things because I was like, oh, well, all the like popular girls are making fun of me. So that must be what cool kids do. That's how you make friends, and they call it venting. So I'm going to do that. Yeah. So then I also was in that, trap and that cycle of being negative and mean and just like, it's fun. Like, the only people that I was hanging around were interested in talking shit about other people. Yeah. So I thought that was life. And then I met people where there was just like my friends now don't talk shit about anybody. Yeah, yeah. And I'm just like, oh, this is friendship. Yeah. Got it.
I mean, I feel like you were around so many influencers because I've just never met people in real life that like shit talk. Like I literally, the reason I'm so like lighthearted about it all is like, oh, it's for the internet. No one in real life is like, I see that now. I think again, that's like my biggest shock is like people I know in real life, my one best friend, right? Like talk shit about me. And that's like the first time I've ever experienced it. Because like when I'm with like my mom or my sister or whatever, it's like nobody, we like literally don't talk shit about anything. Watch like 90 Day Fiancé, and it's just like so fucking weird to me that that's like a thing that people do, like shit talk. I'd never like, it just seems like an internet thing to me. So I think maybe it's like the influencers.
I think it is too. And I was just like, I literally was coming from a place of like I couldn't have friends when I was younger because of like the way I was like raised, basically. Like we couldn't have friends over. I wasn't allowed to go to people's house. So like I was very isolated in like what I was.
Was it your religion or your mom's?
It was a
issues?
lot. There was like there was a lot of like religious stuff that got really weird for a while. It felt a little culty.
Yeah.
And then also just like my mom's a hoarder. So like I couldn't have people to my house. And then like when I wanted to go to people's houses, I wasn't allowed because like I had to watch the kids. I had to clean. I couldn't have a ride. I wasn't allowed to have a driver's license. I wasn't allowed to have a car. Like I was very much in that. I was just stuck. So I didn't make friends till I was in college. And then when I was in college, like all of those girls were mean.
Yeah.
So like they were talking shit. They were gossipy. They were the mean girls. And then like I grew up and like the friendships that I fell into are like gossipy mean girls. And like I was modeling myself after the people who I grew up watching. And then I realized that that's not human and that's not how to have real relationships. And also, I don't think that I would have come to that conclusion had I not had kind of everything stripped away from me.
Yeah, I think those are important. I think that's what we were talking about earlier. It's like my thing is never, people have to say I expose people. I'm like, I think holding people accountable is a good thing because being held accountable for me, I've changed so much. And it's like true. It's like, I mean, 2020 got woke as fuck on like TikTok and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is what I meant. Even like the transgender thing, like when I started like looking at TikTok about non-binary, like I didn't know this was a thing. So like being held accountable and like people explaining stuff to you, I think is a good thing. So I never think of it as exposing. I think of it as like, hey, you're a shitty person. Let's take a look at this because when, like you said and I said, like if there's a common denominator, you want to know what your issue is with this. And so I was just like thinking too, like what's my common denominator and everything like that. And I figured it out and whatever. I'm just like, obviously it's like other issues, but I think in general. Where was I going with that?
Who knows?
What was I doing?
So did you figure something out about your sexuality that you didn't know before?
Oh yeah, like the whole well being held accountable. Like just I literally think like bottom line that's like a big thing. People love to say exposed or I don't want to be involved in online drama. It's like be held accountable for being a shitty person. Like if you're a shitty person, be held accountable. And yeah, like with gender stuff, like I didn't know. Like I love that it became so woke in 2020 and that like when I have kids and stuff like that, like maybe I don't have to raise them as a gender. You know what I mean? I think that's so dope because I hate that people have to like come out as if being straight's normal and you have to like come out as gay. It's like so fucked up.
Right.
So I hope this like woke generation, maybe I'm like too old for it, but maybe the younger one, like their kids like won't even have to come out because it's like no one's gonna assume that you're just straight. Like everyone's just born fluid or on the scale. But yeah, so I love it. I love the wokeness. I feel like I've like being held accountable for stuff has helped me. I love my cancellations, if you can call it that, because I think it's important. I love it though. I'm all about the wokeness. I'm like 33, almost 33, but it's like it's still cool. I don't know. People now are so woke, and I love it. And
When's
I feel
your
like
birthday?
May 8th.
Fun.
Are we close to? No, your birthday.
February.
Oh, yours coming up.
I don't know a lot about like signs and shit though.
I don't either. People are like, oh, you're this. I don't know.
I had PP cocaine here and she was like, you're an Aquarius.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. And then you're like, you're a Gemini. I was like, oh
Yeah,
my
I was
God.
like, my ex was a Gemini. She was like, my ex was an Aquarius.
Oh
and I was like, well, you FaceTime me every day, so we're cool.
She was great. She was so crazy. I don't know. Like, I didn't
She's
know your
awesome.
guess. She was so funny.
Dude, before 18, she was either raped or molested 5 times. Like, she had a fucked up life. And just like the way she grabs her own sexuality and empowerment is like, oh, you want to fucking take advantage of my body? I'm going to fucking finger my pussy in a music video and that's my prerogative.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck yes, bitch.
Yeah.
Own that shit. I love that.
She's
I love
19?
people like, she's 19
Yeah,
years
19.
old.
That's what I'm saying. Young people are woke as fuck. Like, I wish I was like that at 19. Damn.
We didn't have the opportunity.
I think that's true. Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like it's such a different time now. It's cool. I think that's awesome. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, we had different worlds for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh my God. I think it's so different, but I love it. I mean, I didn't realize you were so much younger than me either, because that's like a 4-year. That's a big difference. It's like not going to high school together. So that's
Whoa,
why, you know
I
what
didn't
I
think
mean?
of it like that.
That's like a big generational gap, which I also think, not to be like the old person, but it's like it is. So when someone's like, you know, when you're like 4 years behind someone or whatever, it's like, oh, this is a whole different generation than like, I don't know, like my social media upbringing is so different than like yours. So, like yours was like parties and VidCons, and mine was like no one knew each other. Like everyone was just isolated on the internet.
I think that was one thing that like even if I wasn't aware of it, like also got in my head is when you were like, you're 30, no one likes you, and I'm like, in an industry that's already so sexist towards women, like men can make it after 30, women can't.
Yeah.
So like putting that like curse on a woman of like,
it's not a curse. It's just comments from someone I didn't know.
yeah, but like that's big because like that puts it in people's heads of like, you're too old as a woman to be famous. You know what I mean?
I
Because
think
like
it's
it's such a sexist industry. Like when you're 30 in Hollywood, people are so cruel and they're like, you're washed up, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why I love Lizzo, that's why I love Sia, because they like showed people like, you can be under 30 and fucking make it.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to put that shit on it. So like that did hurt me, not because like I felt like it was true, because like I know I can make it, but like just to like hear a woman, like another woman who knows the struggle of like sexism, to be like, you're 30, like who cares?
But who cares? Like,
Yeah.
who cares if someone says it
But,
about
like-
you? People
like-
call me a fat bitch, okay? And
Yeah, but
who
but like that
cares?
still just like perpetuates, like it's not cool to perpetuate that, like if you're a certain weight that you can't be famous, you can't be successful, because I think that you prove, and Lizzo proves, and a lot of people prove, like you can be any weight and be sexy and own it, but like so many people are still stuck and like looking for that thing to grab on, that like to age me, not even where I am, but like say because of that.
But that alone,
you know what I
like,
mean?
why do you care? You're not 30. Like, it doesn't matter. People call me fat, dumb. Like, it just does not matter.
Yeah, it's not.
You keep saying,
yeah.
like, nothing matters on the internet. Everything's fine. Like, we're in a simulation. It's like, so why do you care? Someone you don't know is talking about
But like
you.
I said, it's not that it hurt me that that's the reality, because like first of all, I know I'm not 30, and also I know that once I'm 30 it doesn't matter.
Right.
It's that another woman would use that as an attack on me, because like I just wish that we could like come together and be like,
I mean,
age doesn't matter.
That's just not the
Weight
reality
doesn't
of
matter.
it. It's
But it
just not.
can't. But it can be, and it starts with us as influencers. Like we get to say weight doesn't matter, age doesn't matter, race doesn't matter. Obviously, race is much more part
I mean,
of
I'm
it.
33. I'm not going to be like a pop star or mega sensation. Like, it's
Could
just not
be.
going to be. It's not.
Could be, and can be.
I love the confidence you have, and honestly, like I think that's great. Honestly, it's fine. It's like, but that's my opinion, and it's not like it's what it is. It's just my opinion, and the fact that you're like, that was an attack on me. And
Lizzo
like, honestly,
did it.
Who? What?
Lizzo, she did it.
Cool, and maybe you can too. Like, if you have that confidence, go for it. In my opinion, I'm just like, oh, okay, like, 30-year-olds are not going to be mega stars, as a singer. But if you believe it in your heart and you do it, like, that's cool. My opinion is
But
not
don't
that.
you feel like we as women especially should be saying, like, because like men can make it, like men easily, like,
No,
oh,
there's
you're
a ton
over
of
30,
men.
who cares?
You think Logan Paul's gonna make a singing career? Like, no, his music sucks too.
Yeah, but does that have to do with like the age?
Yeah, at that age, what is he, like,
Logan's
26?
24 or some shit.
No, he's like 26, 27. I listened to his podcast.
Regardless,
No,
yeah.
but 26, 27, and you're making songs about shitty 2020. I was like, you're not going to be a music star. You're just not. And you're like too old for that. You're going to be like, he's good at everything else. Boxing, you're good at what you do too. I feel like, I know you don't like this, but like, I like the drama kept me interested in you. I was like, let me see what she's talking about this week, And I think like having an opinion on someone is not necessarily an attack.
No, I don't think it's an attack. I just think that like, as women in a very sexist age, like I just do think it's important to like support each other, especially when it comes to that shit, to not put that like curse on someone where like
Not a curse,
No,
Gabbie.
but
If I'm like,
Trish,
you're not going to make it.
after
It's not a curse.
But after you said that, like the number of comments that I got talking about, aren't you 30? Why do you think you can make it in music? And I think that my point is just that, like, as a woman, like women do get judged for their age a lot more harshly.
I do too.
Exactly. 100%.
I'm not fighting it though.
That's
I'm
what
still doing my
saying.
thing.
I think that we need to like stand together as women.
But that to me is sexist on itself. Just because you're a woman, I gotta be like, yeah, go get it. You're gonna be the next Lady Gaga. It's just like, I can't have my opinion.
Absolutely. Because it's not fair that men get to make it after a
So I
certain
can't have my
age.
real opinion because.
It's a real opinion based on the sexism that's been ingrained into Hollywood.
But it's also a facts. I mean, yes, Lizzo and Sia are examples, but most people don't start at 30 like making music.
I didn't
like
start
killing
at 30.
it.
I started at 26.
In general, you started later than most. 26 is not the age most people start music. That's all I'm saying. And it was bangers. I did like it. I sang like 3 of your songs. I thought they were good.
Yeah.
I do think, like, I don't know. It's just my opinion. But to be like, you're attacking me, it's like, 30 is like not the age to do it.
Men can kind of start wherever they want, and then women, as soon as they're 30, like turn into like these decrepit old fucking creatures where it's like,
It's just facts. I mean, young girls,
but it shouldn't be. And that's where like I just want to like, we can have our difference of opinion, but
I'd rather
I want
watch
to
a young
inspire
girl
the young
perform.
women.
Honestly, like I'd rather watch an 18-year-old.
I hate
I'm
that.
sorry you hate that. That's just
because
the
like I love
facts.
Sia, I love Lizzo, I love Katy Perry, I love Taylor Swift. They're all in their 30s and they're fucking crushing.
Good.
They're all making amazing music, but then to have these voices of like, oh, you're in your 30s, like
People are allowed to feel that way. They're allowed to opinion.
totally. You're allowed to have your own
You
opinion.
can't be like,
yeah.
as a woman, you should be sticking up for me. It's like,
And
I don't think your
I'm
music's
allowed-
as good. And I love criticism on my own shit. It's like if someone doesn't think something's as good as it was, like it's whatever. I call myself old all the time. And like, again, it's not, I think you think it's like this place of like hatred or I like put myself down, but it's honestly just words. Fat is words.
But
Things
you're
are just
not old. Like you're not.
But I
like,
am. As for an influencer, yeah, these 16-year-olds are killing it. Charlie D'Amelio is way more brand friendly. Like those people are going to be more popping than me. Addison Rae is going to be more popping.
That's what I'm saying when it comes to like sexism in Hollywood is I think that's something that's ingrained in you because it's also been ingrained in me that like the older you get as a woman, the less your value is and the less your chances are of succeeding. And I just like, I wish you understood that that's not true because yeah, Charlie's 16 and she's killing it and that's fucking amazing for Charlie. And like, I've never had any problem with her being successful or Dixie.
Yeah.
But like, I also think that a 33-year-old woman who's doing her thing should also be fucking crushing it because you're stunning. You put time and work
It's
into
not
what
the
you
same.
do.
It'll never be the same. Like young is
Because
what they
of
want.
who?
But it's just like the appeal. Like I myself love watching like younger TikTok girls.
You know
like,
who doesn't like watching younger TikTok girls? Men over 28. Like I tried to show one of my friends PP cocaine. He was like,
Yeah.
I
Right.
can't because she's young and she's being sexual and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people in
But
the
I'm
world.
not a man. I'm telling you my opinion and the way I see the world. And I'm like, oh, I'd
Yeah.
much rather see like Britney Spears at 15 than like Madonna at 65. You know what I mean? Like it's totally, that's just how it is. And when people get older,
Do you
Christina
think
Aguilera,
that Britney is less valuable now than she was when she was 18?
I'm not saying people aren't valuable past a certain age.
I'm not trying to like trap you in any way.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like, do
Of
you
course
find
not.
Britney less interesting now than she was when she was 18?
Absolutely not. But she's
Exactly.
Like, but it's the drama. It's just like you. I'm interested in you for your drama. That's what I like about you. That's why I watch the podcast. That's why I do. You know, I don't watch the music videos anymore. I watch the podcast, and I'm like, I'm fascinated by. And that's, again, why I want to come here. Like, I'm fascinated by your psyche and the way you see things because you see things so different than I. And that's why I, like, watch this podcast because I'll watch it in disbelief and be like, what the fuck? This girl can't be real. But that's just because we're so different. And clearly from even our upbringings. And I do feel because I didn't have, like, a bad family upbringing. So, like, that to me is, like, something I can't really, like, grasp or, like, understand. So, like, that's a totally different thing. But, again, not to bring it up, the breakdown of the podcast, I really felt because I was like, holy shit, this is, like, something that's, like, really, like triggering you and like and even now even when you do like you have your moments and I was like fuck I know that feeling of being like triggered and it's a different mine's like a blackout, yours is like you're feeling those emotions in that moment, so it's just like a lot. Yeah, no, I get it. I mean I know that's when you said that the one friend we talked about said that we're like, oh, you're just like Trish. I was like, oh, well, I don't know if we're just like each other. I think we're very different, but
Yeah.
also I don't like people
I
diagnosing
see those
people.
a lot though. Like I see people saying like Trish and Gabbie are exactly the same. I see that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. But I see
Yeah.
that on the outside of like YouTube. I totally see that.
I see it from watching it from a lens of like what goes out online and like I totally see that. Yeah.
Drama channels, drama. Like to me, like I said, I view you as drama. Maybe that's not how you want to view or whatever, but that's how I like that. I think it's interesting. To me, it's a good thing. I'm like,
And
oh,
I
she's being
hate
talked
it.
about. Right.
Yeah.
So I was, and again, totally different perceptions.
That's why I started the new channel because like to me it wasn't about like if I kept posting on my main channel and being dramatic like I could get more views, but like I wanted to like find the people who fucked with me and my art and my music and like if it's lower views chill but they're quality, you know.
Girl, yeah, that's crazy. I know you kept like rebranding the show, changing channels. I'm like, stick with it.
It took a minute.
It was crazy to watch, but I was like, all right, cool.
Because you have to find what makes you happy too. And like it was hard. I didn't know what made me happy. Because I was just like, what do I do? Do I change my name? Do I change the podcast? Like I've considered changing my artist name. I was like, as a musical artist.
Jeez,
like,
what are you gonna change? Are you going to? That's kind of dope though.
no, because like at this point, like I'm finally at a place where I realize that like the name Gabbie Hanna is extremely clickable. And like when I put out like this new music that's like different and incredible, like you're gonna watch it just because you're curious, like
But
Gabbie Hanna.
maybe that's why I need to rebrand, because I rebranded and my band is called Taboo 2005 because I feel, because this is music I think is good in my opinion, and I wanted to do a whole brand and shit like that, and I was like, if my name's not attached to it, maybe it's a better chance of succeeding because people won't know, they won't associate what your music is with Gabbie Hanna, but more so your band. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see.
If you that'd be my opinion, but I don't know. You rebrand so much, you change your names and everything on stuff, so you might as well rebrand. I think you should rebrand.
I have too many channels. There's
You
too
have so many.
many.
They're so
Yeah.
confusing. I can
'Cause
never
keep,
find
I
it.
keep like abandoning old ones and then just being like, fuck
Yeah.
it, here I am now. But I wanted
Yeah.
to create a hub where everything lived. There was like, I like lower views, lower subscribers, but like what I'm actually proud of, who I actually am, and then like whatever. If it builds, it doesn't. Like we talked about, this is bonus round.
Right.
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
I win or I don't, I've already won. You've already won as well.
Right, for
So,
sure,
like,
yeah.
The rest is just like cake.
Yeah. But remember that when people talk about you, because
I'm there now,
you know
for
what
sure.
I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like my life's like good, like, you know, and whatever. It doesn't, I think like it really just doesn't matter. Like the internet just doesn't matter. And like my life's on the internet, my work's on the internet, my life. And so it's like, you know, to me it's still fun, but I get it.
Do you think that the internet's perception of you is accurate?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. Again, it goes back to your original question, like, oh, do I think about what other people think about me? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty accurate. Most people when they meet me will say like, "Oh, you're exactly like you are in your videos." Maybe people have a little bit of a meaner perception that I'm meaner. Maybe I don't know. Which I am.
Yeah.
I
mean, obviously, me meeting you, you're not. Oh, you're a lot nicer.
yeah. I think maybe like I could be like harsh, or I don't know what it is. I don't even know if I'm harsh. I don't know. Maybe I'm just more like I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I just trigger things in people. I don't know. I feel like I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know.
Who fucking knows?
I think I'm pretty true to myself on the line. I like to think, but I think maybe I come across more dramatic online than I am in real life, because I would never start confrontation in real life. It's just so not me.
So, like, when you leave here tonight,
Yeah.
like, are you gonna leave being like that? Fuck her. Or are you gonna be like, she
No.
wasn't so bad?
No, it literally will be like, and I'll always have that perception of you now. I like when you meet someone, as anybody, like even my like worst enemy, and like when you meet someone, it like humanizes them more. And I think even that's like
Yeah.
my issue with like Jeffrey. Like he was like mean to me on the trip, and he did apologize, and he admitted to apologizing, and like I couldn't accept the apology yet, but like it's still, I knew him as a human and I was a person and like how he grew up and stuff like that, and I we had good moments. So it's like I have a hard time kind of just like throwing people away that I met in real life, because I always have like some sort of, and I still have really.
Have you thrown Jeffrey away?
I think that friendship's done. I still have like a lot of like empathy for him, because I know him as like a person, and I do feel like he does get some shit end on the internet. I think people love to, it's kind of like this, like what you were saying, but on a bigger scale, people like, it's cool to hate Jeffrey sometimes. So and that's what I didn't want this to be, is like people, because my issue was this last year, and I did not want people to like be like, fuck Shane, you know, he's also this and he's also that. Like this was my own issue, and it had nothing to do with their allegations. Yeah, I think our friendship is done just because, like, whatever, it's our issue, but I have a lot of empathy, and then, you know, I start feeling like, oh, maybe I was, like, too harsh or whatever, but, again, I actually choose not to have friends. I actually like having not having friends. I had friends, they come and go, and my life is so much simpler, but I have a really close relationship with my mom and sister, so those are my friends. I see them, like, all the time, so I
Totally.
think they're moving, like, right next to us, and my relationships are always it, so I choose not to have friends for that reason, for, like...
Do you consider Ethan and Ela friends?
Like, you know, again, no, because I think of friends as people like you hang out with. But if you're saying like that's not it, but they're like really great people. Like they're really,
yeah.
they check up on me like all the time for real. And I think that's cool. But we're never like chatting. But again, they're parents. Like it's a different thing. Maybe if you had like kids and stuff like that. But I'm friendly. Like I'm friendly with them. Just like with you, I would say I'm friendly. You know what I mean? Like, and now going forward, I can't possibly go forward and just be like, just what you call like an attack. I can't just be like superficial and be like, your music sucks. It's like now I know he's a person, and you're really
Well, you can also talk about my music and not me as a person in a way that like, if you don't like my music, you can say it. Like
I don't know, though, 'cause
that's never
you're
hurt
sensitive
me.
about and not in a bad way, but you are sensitive
No,
about your music.
about my music, I'm
Protective.
really not. It's like it was really like the putting the age thing on me that like bothered me, and like just the like.
But why? Because you said you don't care, so why does it bother you?
Again, it was just because like, damn, like I can't believe another woman in the industry is trying to put that curse of age on somebody who's not even that age. Like I think that's where I was just like, it didn't hurt me again because like I do have a label, I do have a but like it was just like, why does she want that from me? We took a snack break.
We took a snack break. We took a chill break.
Totally.
That was such a manic break. That would felt like when I'm going to a place and like Moses has to like be like, you know what, we need to chill for a minute.
Yeah, it was good to just like talk and connect as people.
Yeah.
I feel like when like cameras are on, it just instinctually as YouTubers, it becomes a feeling of like just like defensiveness, like dumb shit.
For
like,
sure,
it doesn't matter.
I get defensive for sure. That I do.
Same.
Yeah.
Like totally.
I try not to. That's like that is a fault of mine. Like I don't care about a lot of things, but I do get very defensive, which is.
Well, it's hard not to when there's two ways it can go. Either people are saying something that's true and that's why it hurts, or people are saying something that's not true and that's why it hurts.
Both hurts.
Like either way, when like people are saying shit about you when it's like you don't know me, like whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad that we finally got to talk. And I feel like everything that I thought about you in real life is real, which is just like you're a cool girl with a good heart and you're emotional and so am I.
Yeah.
And it just sometimes shit happens and whatever.
Yeah, for sure. I'll always be emotional. You'll see me on the internet still like crying and like complaining about people.
Is there anything else like you want to talk about?
I mean, I'm trying. I try and just. I really like. I'm like you, where I like really don't want drama. And if I talk about you online, like it was really not that serious. And I'm always sorry if I hurt your feelings. But honestly, I don't know. I was telling you, like I kind of just like to gossip online. I'm really not a gossiper in real life. But I like to maybe I need to stop gossiping online. But I also don't know what I talk about. I don't know.
It's so funny because most people are like the opposite. Where like they'll gossip in real life and then online they keep it private.
Yeah, you were talking about like friend groups or whatever that talk. Because like again, I don't really have that many friend groups in my life. But it's just like when they talk about people, I'm like, damn, this is why I don't have friends. Because like they talk shit about people. And I'm like, oh, I don't like this feeling.
Yeah.
I like to talk shit by myself about people like I don't know. But.
Yeah. I just did like a vlog about this that's not up yet where like it's easy, especially if you like didn't grow up with like a lot of friends. Like if you fall into a friend group of people who just like talk shit all the time.
Yeah.
You start to think like, oh, this is the way it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you realize there's people out there that don't do that, you're like, oh,
yeah,
fun. This is much nicer.
Don't talk shit. And I also think the older you get, like I can't say that actually because the people. Did I just unplug myself? Sorry. The people who talk shit lately are like. People in their late 30s, not to ageist anybody, but or age shame anybody, but the people in their 30s still talking shit. I was like, oh Jesus, this is fucking crazy. But this was fun. I liked it. It's cool. This is cool. It's cool to be in here. It is so much smaller.
It's tiny.
So much bigger. Yeah. But not in a bad way. I'm not like side shaming. I like it. It's cute. It's cozy. I don't know. I don't want anything to come across shady. Like it's cute.
I said it when you walked in. I was like, yeah, the rooms are small, but like the living area where like the living rooms, the bedroom, like the actual living space is big, but like these rooms are tiny.
No, your house feels very big. It feels bigger because, like I said, I watch your stuff. It feels a lot bigger than
open floor plan.
Yeah, I love it. It's bougie. I like it. I was like, oh, okay, bougie house on the street. Yeah.
I'll show you around before you go.
Yeah, for sure. I love it. I'm so nosy like that. I love seeing people's houses.
Well, I'm so happy you came by.
Yeah, hopefully this was good. I don't know. This might be all over the place.
No, I think it was. I think it was really good, especially like just you and I off camera being able to like talk.
Yeah,
and we really haven't had that opportunity and. I feel good. Do you feel good?
I think so. Yeah, I think I don't feel bad.
That's good.
Yeah,
but I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for where you are in life and the people you're finding and the direction you're finding.
Thank
and like, I'm excited to see where you go because I think there's no place to go but up for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you're very positive. What you're saying in the kitchen, I was like, oh, you're so positive. You have like good energy. Your energy shifts, not in a bad way, but you have that's really good energy now. I'm like, we're leaving on a positive note. I feel good about it now.
Yeah, totally.
I was unsure. I didn't feel bad. I was unsure, but now I feel good. So. Hopefully it's good. I'm not reading comments on this one. I'm like, oh, I don't read comments. Like sometimes those can trigger me because I'm like, I get a minute, but
I do on the new channel because people are nice there.
Oh,
yeah,
Gabbie Hanna music fans.
Yeah, they're really cool people. That's why I love the new channel because it's just like it's smaller but it's quality.
I love that.
You know
Maybe I should start a new channel.
It feels good.
Get a whole new vibe.
Well, hey guys, watch out, Sad Boy 2005.
Oh, okay, yes, promo.
Yeah, no, for real.
Rebrand.
Get in that shit. Check out all of Trisha's shit. It's gonna be linked down below. Obviously, leave the podcast 5 stars. Trisha, thank you so much for stopping by and for just like hanging out. You look stunning.
Thank you.
I'm excited for your new chapter in life.
Oh,
You're
thanks.
killing it.
Oh my god, thank you.
Podcast, music, fiance, house, like bitch,
thanks.
you're in it.
Oh my god, we're like mirrored though. I feel like that's all you too. I feel like you got all of that. Like you got your music. You got a record contract. I didn't even know. So congratulations on that too.
Wait, hey, we're both killing.
Yeah,
that's
love
the
that.
great part. Is
Yeah.
like everybody can win.
I agree with that for sure. I
For
totally
sure.
do.
Well,
Okay.
Thank you guys and goodbye.
Bye.
Burnout with Gabbie Hanna.